Ladies and gentlemen, as we all wait for the Super Dark Deception release later this month, we still got some few weeks, we have an official, kinda sorta Dark Deception Chapter 5 update. It's mostly related to what we're going to get in Chapter 5, so without wasting my time, boys, let us jump into it. So, Vince today tweeted saying, quote, Dark Deception Chapter 5 adds NPCs. Doug finally runs into some other mortals' souls in hell that are not yet reduced to soul shards. They are a little odd, but you might find a fun Easter egg or two if you talk to all of them. The first thing I did is pull up this video that you're seeing on your screens right now as we speak. That was a hint, ladies and gentlemen, to this. But enough of the stupidity, ladies and gentlemen. What are we talking about here? Okay, there are a couple of things going on in my humble personal opinion, and these are just theories, so take them as theories, ladies and gentlemen. First thing, that is a confirmation that is not a theory, it's a confirmation that NPCs have been added. Now, when we talk about NPCs, there's a whole debate on what kind of NPCs, because each game requires different kind of NPCs, right? For story-based game, you have NPCs where you can, talk to them, have dialogue and choices and whatnot. The other NPCs are just doing their own thing. They are uninteractable, right? And there are NPCs that are literally like give you a side quests and whatnot. Here, Vince specifically mentioned that Doug runs into some of them that are not like turned into social, because we know the suckers who end up here become soul when they die in this realm. Like if Doug dies, he will become a soul shard, right? And he said here that if you like talk to them or all of them, you might find a little fun Easter egg. Okay, because we know Chapter 5 is like a whole new game. It adds multiple layers and it just breaks the structure that we know of Dark Deceptions chapters 1 to 4, all the way 1 to 4, and we know it changes so much that the developers have to go back to Chapter 4 and add more stuff into it, ladies and gentlemen. So when they say NPCs, it literally says right here mortal souls, and I apologize if I'm trying to because I'm trying to find the right words. It literally says here mortal souls, which mean people like us, people who've made mistakes, who've sinned, right? When I say us, I don't mean myself, bro. I ain't nothing like Doug Hauser, bro. Doug Hauser far worse, bro. I ain't never associating myself with Doug or any one of these souls over there in Dark Deception. Okay, now that has been confirmed, right? People like Doug Hauser, souls like Doug Hauser, who are mere mortal but have not yet died, but have not yet like become a soul shard, they're still yapping about, they're still roaming around, and Doug will run into them. Doug will talk to them. Of course, bro. Of course, bro. You don't have to worry about watching a YouTube. When you watch my playthroughs, you don't have to worry about me not looking for secrets and stuff like that, because I will be talking to every single one of them. Alright? We will learn all the good stuff lore, bro. And I hope, we were talking about this in the comments of the last video. Some of you said, this game better be like 5 to 10 hours, bro. This Chapter 5. And it should be, bro. Not only because of the wait, but also so much has been like hyped up and anticipated, and the stuff that has been added into it, it just sounds insane, right? And we're not even talking about from like a gameplay perspective, we're not even talking about a cutscene perspective, we're talking about like actual like stuff that is just added that hasn't been added in the previous chapters. But now they're NPCs, right? NPCs, like non-playable characters, that's huge for a game like Dark Deception, ladies and gentlemen. Bendy, right? Bendy in the Dark Rival, and even it's a Bendy in the Machine kinda sorta added it. Even like FNAF kinda sorta dipped its toes in it, but I wanna see how Close to Entertainment does it, right? I wanna see how they do it, ladies and gentlemen, how they add their own spin to it, how they structure the thingies related to that. And also, one more point that I completely missed, right? It says here, Doug runs into some worlds in hell. Okay, where are we, ladies and gentlemen? Doug did some ritual kind of thing, right? Right? He did some ritual kind of thing and got into this dark realm. The whole Dark Deception game can be summarized into that, right? We're not in heaven or hell. Well, before Chapter 4, that was our theory. We're not in like heaven or hell, we're in this dark realm, this place where all these devils and demons and doo-doo and stuff like that. But when we got closer to Chapter 4, when we did play Chapter 4, I meant, the theories and the lore surrounding where we actually are started to change. Is this place hell? Is it a pathway to hell? Is it for the sinners that are about to go to hell? Like, where exactly are we in terms of that stuff? Because we know humans who sell their souls to demons, they're kind of sort of where they end up here in this dark realm. And then you have these devils and then demons, again, billah, of course. To really sum it all up, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're actually going to learn a lot in chapter 5 in terms of where we are in the place, in actual place, but also we're gonna learn in terms of the souls and other sinners. Even if there aren't sinners, they might have done something that have led them to this point. They also might not be like Doug. They might be innocent people who were being tricked into joining the dark realm, being tricked into the rituals, being tricked and whatnot. I feel like that would add a good spin to this mystery of dark deception, because if this place is all of the people like Doug Hauser, who shares the characteristics and personalities like other murderers and thieves, and you get my point, right? If there are people who are not that bad, not innocent, pure innocent, but like they've done some like nasty stuff, not nasty, but like some bad stuff, but they're good people, and they've mistakenly did something, or they've been tricked into doing something that have led them here, not just rituals, but some action and deeds that have made them, I wouldn't call it deserving or worthy of being in this place, because it's very torturistic, if that's even a word. So yeah, main point, ladies and gentlemen, enough yapping. There's so much in chapter 5. There's so much in chapter 5, bro, and the more I learn about it, it's like, bro, I hope the game doesn't break on launch. I hope there are not that many bugs, even though there are gonna be. Now that you've added the NPCs, it's gonna be headache for Galactic Entertainment developers. I hope it's not headache for us players, bro. We finna wait, bro. We finna wait. The more I see it, I feel like, you know what? I think we're not getting chapter 5 in 2024, but no, we're not gonna bring that negativity here on our channel, bro. We're gonna bring positivity. Late 2024 is my prediction. If not, then what you gonna do, huh? There's nothing you or I can do, alright? I can predict. If it's wrong, it is wrong. What you gonna do, bro? Ain't gonna do nothing. Exactly. So shut the freak up. Susu, 100k. Let's go, boy.